As a finance bro and someone working in corporate, I have learned that having confidence is literally the key to success. I see it all the time where it's the confident people who climb up the corporate ladder. And one may argue that having confidence is more important than the skill that you can do. And not just in corporate, but in life. If you have confidence and you believe in yourself, and people can see that you believe in yourself, you are more likely to be more successful in life. And today we're going to learn just that, how to be more confident. The first thing we're going to do is use the Marilyn Monroe effect. Basically, it's how Marilyn was switched from being Norma, which is her real name by the way, to being Marilyn Monroe just by changing her demeanor. If ever she felt like she wants to go out but she doesn't want to be seen, or she doesn't want the attention, she'll literally change her demeanor to become a whole different person. But on days where she felt like being the confident Marilyn Monroe that we know, she would make a switch to her demeanor. And basically this is very short term, but you fake it till you make it. You tell yourself that you are this person. Think about how, if I was Marilyn Monroe, like how would I behave? Like how would I speak? How would I approach people? Like how would I walk? Like what would my posture be? Like what are the things that I would do if I was this like confident bad bitch? You don't really need to have an alter ego. I have an alter ego. I honestly feel like Zippo and Zim Gazi are two different people. Zippo is the type of person that people see me as, let's say at work. Like she's very shy, she's very reserved. That's my personality. I'm very like introverted. But sometimes I feel like I have to switch to being Zim Gazi. Cause that girl is a bad bitch. Whenever I feel like I want to do something and I'm reluctant just because I'm not feeling as confident, I tell myself I'm freaking Zim Gazi. Like what would Zim Gazi do in this moment? And I remember even last week I wanted to take pictures for my Instagram, and the spot that I found was literally outside, but then there were a lot of people around, and I was just like, do I really want to? Like people are gonna look at me, I'm gonna feel awkward. But then I literally switched from being Zippo to being Zim Gazi, and that gave me the boost of like confidence that I needed. Like what would Zim Gazi do in this moment? Like, does she really care about what other people think? And that gave me like the boost of confidence that I needed, because sometimes you just need like 10 seconds of confidence to get you started, and then the ball just keeps on rolling. And also it's very important to focus on like short-term things like your posture. How are you standing? Are your shoulders back? Is your chest lifted? Like short-term things like that. And one thing I've learned recently is also how you speak. If you speak with like an upward inflection, which is like how I'm speaking right now, it doesn't seem as confident. So you want to speak with like a downward inflection. So you want to like draw the ends of your words like downwards. So it wouldn't be draw the ends of your words downwards. It would be draw the ends of your words downwards. I don't know if you can hear what I'm saying. Instead of saying downwards, I'm saying downwards. But you also use this in cases where you want to seem very like authoritative. And also avoiding filler words like I use that all the time. I'm trying to practice not using as many filler words. And one thing about speaking like a confident person is that you don't need to say a lot. You don't need to be loud. I used to think that is what confidence looks like a loud person. But when you think about it, that's just based on like insecurities. That's based on the person wanting to control the conversation. Whereas when I'm comfortable or I feel very confident in what I know, I say so much less. Like I have so little to say. And also I don't speak as fast because I'm confident in who I am and I don't feel the need to get other people's validation. Step 2 would be becoming good at something. I stole this tip from Jay Shetty. This is more long-term focused, because to be good at something you need to like either practice or put a lot of time into learning that skill. And obviously it makes sense, like when you're good at something you are very comfortable around like speaking it or doing that thing, and that just gives you a lot more confidence. Think about Blue Ivy and her performance at the Renaissance tour. Her first performance compared to how she's performing now are so different, and you can tell she has gained so much more confidence just because she has been practicing and she knows that she's getting better at it. And with some things it can take years to like learn something. This could be like a degree or doing courses to upskill yourself. One thing I'm doing right now is like practicing doing my makeup, because currently I'm not confident in doing my own makeup. I have days where I feel like it doesn't look good, and then some days I feel like it looks better than others. But I am practicing that skill so that I can get more confident in doing that thing. And it's going to take time. Like learning to do your own makeup like takes time. You have to find the right foundation shade. You have to learn techniques on how to actually do it. it. It takes like time and practice, but once you're good at it, it's so good for your confidence. Step number 3 is know a little about everything. I also stole this from Jay Shetty's podcast. You should listen to it after this. I think I'll link it down below, but it's basically like 9 tips on how to become more confident. And one thing he mentioned is that you need to know a little about a lot. You don't have to be an expert at something, but so that you can engage with different kinds of people in different conversations, so that when people are, let's say, talking about NFTs, you kind of have an idea of what an NFT is and you can ask questions. Because if you don't know anything at all, it's very hard for you to want to engage in that conversation. And I've seen this with myself. Like, I don't keep up with current affairs as much as I would like to. I don't like talking about politics because I know nothing about politics. And whenever people are talking about politics, I don't want to be a part of that conversation because I know nothing. I feel like I can't share an opinion or say anything just because I know zero, literally zero. But I'm working on that now. Like, I've started listening to the radio and stuff like that just to keep up with current affairs, at least know what's happening in the country. And if you have a tiny bit of an idea about something, you are more likely to ask questions because you want to know more. And that just makes you like a whole more interesting person. People like to engage with people that are interested in what they're talking about, and having conversations with you is going to be like a lot more enjoyable for people. Next, we're going to stop comparing ourselves to other people. I know, easier said than done. I struggle with this so much, especially if something matters to me and I'm really trying hard and I feel like I can see someone doing better than me. But we need to stop comparing ourselves, especially our physical attributes, to other people. Just because you see a girl that's like really pretty doesn't mean you're not pretty, doesn't mean you're not beautiful. It doesn't mean that you two cannot exist in the same space. This person being beautiful doesn't take away from your own prettiness. So we really need to stop, especially as girls. I think society conditioned us to like compare ourselves to other girls and have competition with them, which is very like silly. We can all exist and be in the same space. Like, I never really struggled with like comparing physical attributes, but I would definitely compare where I am in life. I feel like I do this with like my YouTube and my TikTok so much, where I'm just comparing my analytics to other people, and that's just like bad. I should be like inspired. I should use that as inspiration to just like do better, push out more content, and become the best version of myself. Which brings me to point number 5, which is celebrating yourself. Like, celebrate your wins. I don't care how big, how small. If you do something, you need to celebrate that. The more you celebrate yourself, the more positive self-talk you're giving yourself, the more you affirm to yourself how good you are. That's just gonna boost your confidence, because when you know that you're the shit, no one can try to like tell you anything else. And the only way you're gonna know that you're the shit is by reaffirming to yourself every day that you are the shit. Because best believe you are the shit. Celebrate all your wins, whether it's big, whether it's small, whether it's working out, whether it's you cleaned your room today, whether it's you passed an exam. Celebrate that, because you deserve to be celebrated. We need to move away from this mentality of, okay, what's next? It's not a big deal. It is a big deal. You've accomplished something. Whether it's big or small, you have accomplished something, and you need to celebrate that. Also, the more you celebrate yourself, the more you're telling your brain that, hey, we did a good thing. And then next time, your brain's going to look for ways to make you proud or to make you celebrate yourself, because that's a good feeling. And last but not least, this is also very short term, but this is using clothes to your advantage. When I know I'm eating it up, you can tell that I know that I'm eating it up. And I see this with like my friends also and people in my life. When they are well dressed, they just get a boost of confidence. So you want to make sure that you find your personal style, you find clothes that fit you, you tailor your clothes to fit you. And also color theory, use that to your advantage. Find the colors that look good against your skin tone, and make sure that you put in the effort, even if it's just like accessorizing. Like, make sure that whatever outfit, whether it's like basic or glammed up, make sure that you feel really good in it, because it's a good external boost of confidence. When you look good, you are going to feel good about yourself. It's not just clothes. I think focusing and putting energy into your appearance is very important. As vain as it sounds, you need to put time and effort into your appearance. Because you know that feeling of, if let's say you feel like something's on your nose or you have something in your teeth, it makes you want to like close up and just hide away, and it makes you feel so much less confident. That's a problem we want to fix. Like, you want to know that you are on point so that you are more confident. Because best believe, when my nails are looking raggedy and ratchet, like, I don't want people to like see my hands or look at my hands, and I try to hide my hands away sometimes, especially if I just took my nails out, because I know they look ratchet and ghetto and I don't want people to see this, and it makes me so much less confident. But yeah, that's all for today. Make sure you subscribe for more content. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it actually, so let me know if you want to see more content similar to this.